Extremely proud of our guys this week. I thought our guard play was tremendous in both games. It was another really good job of sharing the ball and creating for one another. I thought Tommy Welsh was huge in the second half on the backboard. We were struggling. We haven't been out rebounded very much or very badly all year. And I think we're down 9 at halftime. And we ended up winning the boards by 3. And that was in large part Tommy Welsh. I think he had 14 or 15 in the second half. And that was a big difference because we controlled the backboard. They didn't get, I think they had 1 offensive rebound in the second half because I think they had 7 at halftime. So really proud of the adjustment our guys made on the backboard in the second half. And then we just kept plugging away. I thought both halves we shot the ball well. We made good plays when we had to have them. And in the last 8 minutes, we got the stops that we had to get. We won the last 4-minute game 13-6 in a game that was tied with about 4 to go. So very, very pleased. Obviously an emotional win on Thursday, and to come back early afternoon on Saturday and have this kind of emotion and effort, very appreciative.
You said on Thursday you're going to use this game as kind of a barometer of intensity. What did you think after now after the game?
Well, I like it because obviously when you get in league play, it's about winning. The lessons you want to learn in January and February have got to be about creating wins. And we had a 5-minute game, tie game, all the pressure on us, and we win that game. And so that's impressive. We did a good job on the backboard. We had 12 turnovers. I think we had 2 at half, so we had 2 in the second half. But we averaged, 10.5 SID? I think we averaged 10.5 for the weekend. When we don't turn the ball over, I think we're hard to play against at the other end. I think our offense, we shot 49, we score 81 again. Most of our offense is predicated on not turning the ball over. And we did that this weekend, and I thought our defense got better. We got a long way to go defensively, but I thought we did show some growth defensively, and we did a lot of good things defensively. Holder got away from us a little bit. He's terrific. Made some tough shots at the basket. We got in some foul trouble up front, especially in the first half. But I thought we did a much better job in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Coach, you shot the 3 much better again today on the heels of Thursday. Do you think that's something that you can depend on?
Well, I don't know if we can depend on it. We got to get them, and that's the key. And I think we've worked harder as a staff to try to do things to allow us to get more threes, because I think we got guards that can really shoot them. I think Bryce and Isaac are as good as anybody at making threes. We just got to get them more threes. We did that this weekend. Aaron made a huge 3 at the top of the key for a freshman to step up and do that. I thought that was a huge shot, but he shoots the 3 ball. Prince can shoot it. I think Alex can shoot it. I think that's just the one stat that through the non-league and even through the first 2 league games, probably didn't get enough threes up and not making enough threes. And in these last 2 games, I think we've done a very good job of getting those numbers back up. And that's a credit to the guys, because the guys are sharing it, they're spacing better, they're moving the ball better, and we're getting really good looks, and we're making them.
Toward the end of the first half, when Tony and Tom both came out, was that due to foul trouble or matchups or anything?
I'm sorry, I couldn't find you, so I'm sorry.
When Tony and Tom both came out toward the end of the first half, was that due to foul trouble or?
Yeah, they both had 2 fouls. Yeah, both of them had 2 fouls, and I don't want them picking up a cheap third one going into the second half, so yeah.
How much more confident is Isaac now than he was even at the beginning of the year, this year?
Well, very much, and we've spent a lot of time with Bryce and Isaac and Aaron about playing together, that backcourt. It's a little different than last year because of Aaron versus Norman. Norman was a big guard, Aaron can play the point. So we don't have to throw Isaac at the point like we did last year. And there's a lot of, people don't realize the pressure that goes into the point, because you got to handle the ball. You got to get the ball in the right position at the right time and initiate the right offense. If the offense doesn't start well, it's usually a disaster. And so that point, whoever's running the point has to do a good job of getting the offense set. And so now what we're able to do, this year, we're able to run Isaac off more screens, we're able to run Bryce off more screens, and I think Isaac's gotten more comfortable in the open court. He's moving the ball well, he's driving it well, and those guards are really sharing it well. Our drive and kick game between those three this week was really good. And so not as much pressure on whether it's Bryce to make a three because Aaron and Isaac are shooting it well, or Isaac to have to drive the ball because Bryce and Aaron are driving the ball well. So I think that's been a big key to loosen him up, but he's consistently performed at a high level.
Are you comfortable with the amount of bench scoring you're getting at this point, or do you want someone to shoulder a bit more of a load?
Well, I think Jonah had a pretty good weekend. Didn't show up so much in points, but I thought he was active, had 5 assists. You know, we're not a perfect team, so you can look at bench points. You know, our bench, but I've mentioned it before, Oklahoma's as good a team as I've seen, and their bench hardly ever scores. You know, so we're scoring 80 points a game. So it's not really, to me, where it comes from, but if we can keep getting 80 points, if Wes, our strength coach, gets put in, then I'll take points from my strength coach. It doesn't really matter to me whether it's starters, bench. Our starters get a lot of minutes. You know, our bench is developing, and that bench has got to continue. I thought Prince, talking about our bench, you know, Prince wasn't about scoring, but that's the hardest I've seen Prince play and the toughest he's played defensively. And that was a huge help to us in the first half. We got on our run when Prince was in. So I pay more attention not so much to points, but what combinations and what's the score during those combinations. And tonight in the first half, I think we were +9 when Prince was in there. And for a bench, that's huge.
How difficult was Trey Holder to scheme for defensively?
He's a load because he's got very good handles. He creates a lot. He's got really good body control at the rim. So that becomes a load for us. But you know, I thought what we did was we took it away from everybody else. You know, I had one other guy, and that was Justice, who got hot late. He's the only other guy in double figures. So if you only get basically one in double figures, that guy's going to have to really produce a lot. And Holder had a really good game, but I thought we did a really good job on the other guys. Nice job on Blake's. He didn't get going. We didn't really let any of them get in a lot of rhythm. More turnovers and assists. So I thought that was really, really good.
Tom Walsh tonight had 5 offensive rebounds, including that late one. Was that due to his size advantage, or is he
Well, we were bigger. I think he had 1 or 2 rebounds at half, so we really challenged him. And when you challenge Tom, Tom responds. Tom is a great kid, but he's very talented, and he's a prideful individual. And I don't think he was very happy with his first half. And he had a dominant performance. He dominated the paint in the second half. And I thought Isaac did a great job of scoring. Bryce controlled the ball. Bryce got us into things that we wanted to get into. Hit another huge shot on the top of Aaron's shot at the top of the key to make it a 2-possession game. So we made the big plays when we had to make it, but we really did a good job in the second half of pulling in the loose balls, because I think Arizona State, though a little bit undersized, they're as good as we've played at getting the 50-50 balls. And that was a concern. And they got them in the first half. I thought we got them in the second half.